The Struggle of President Kamala Harris: A Story of Resilience, Determination, and Unity. Chapter 1, A Trailblazer's Beginning. Kamala Harris was born on October 20, 1964, in Oakland, California, to Shyamala Gopalan and Donald Harris. Her mother, an Indian-American cancer researcher, and her father, a Jamaican-American economist, instilled in Kamala and her sister Maya a sense of responsibility and the importance of justice. Kamala's name, which means lotus flower in Sanskrit, symbolized her parents' deep connection to their cultural roots and their belief in blossoming against adversity. Growing up in a household filled with activism, Kamala attended civil rights marches with her parents and witnessed their unwavering fight against systemic injustices. These early experiences became the bedrock of her values and ignited her passion for standing up for the voiceless. Her mother often told her, "Don't sit around and complain about things. Do something." This mantra became Kamala's guiding principle throughout her life. Kamala's academic journey began at Howard University, a historically black college in Washington, D.C. She majored in political science and economics, where she honed her leadership skills as a member of the debate team and as the head of her sorority. Howard, affectionately called the Mecca, nurtured her sense of identity and mission. It was here that Kamala solidified her desire to become a force for change in the world. After Howard, Kamala attended the University of California, Hastings College of the Law, where she faced challenges as a woman of color entering the male-dominated legal field. Despite the hurdles, she excelled, earning respect for her intelligence, determination, and ability to navigate difficult situations. Kamala's resilience was a testament to the strength her mother instilled in her, and she carried her family's sacrifices as fuel for her ambition. Kamala's journey as a prosecutor began in Alameda County, California, where she was driven by a commitment to justice and fairness. She sought to reform a system that often marginalized the most vulnerable. Her early career was marked by an unwavering dedication to bridging the gap between the law and the communities it served. Her work laid the foundation for the transformative leader she would become. Chapter 2, Breaking Barriers. Kamala Harris continued to rise in her career with an unyielding passion for justice. In 2003, she achieved a groundbreaking milestone by being elected District Attorney of San Francisco, becoming the first woman and the first person of color to hold this position. Her campaign was based on reform, emphasizing her vision for fair justice rather than punitive measures. Kamala's victory was not just a personal triumph but a moment of representation for countless individuals who saw her as a symbol of possibility. As District Attorney, Kamala introduced progressive reforms, including her groundbreaking Back on Track program. This initiative focused on rehabilitating low-level offenders and reducing recidivism rates. Critics doubted its success, but Kamala's unwavering belief in second chances proved transformative. Her efforts inspired many to view justice as a pathway for societal improvement rather than retribution. Despite her accomplishments, Kamala faced resistance and criticism from those who doubted her methods. She navigated these challenges with her characteristic resilience, often reflecting on her mother's words, "You may be the first to do many things, but make sure you're not the last." This philosophy fueled her determination to create lasting change, even in the face of adversity. Kamala's reputation as a fearless prosecutor grew, and she gained national recognition for her ability to balance compassion with accountability. She often spoke about the need for systemic reform, advocating for policies that address the root causes of crime. Her voice became a beacon for those who believed in a justice system that worked for everyone. Her tenure as district attorney cemented her status as a leader capable of enacting change while remaining true to her values. It was clear that Kamala was not only breaking barriers but also reshaping the way people thought about leadership. The seeds of her future ambitions were being planted, nurtured by her steadfast commitment to fairness and opportunity. Chapter 3, California's Attorney General. In 2010, Kamala Harris achieved another historic milestone by becoming California's Attorney General. She was the first woman, the first African American, and the first South Asian American to hold this role. Her election campaign emphasized her track record as a reformer and her vision to address systemic inequalities. Kamala's victory was a testament to her ability to inspire and mobilize a diverse coalition of supporters. As Attorney General, Kamala continued to champion progressive policies while addressing complex challenges. She tackled issues like environmental protection, consumer rights, and criminal justice reform. One of her most notable achievements was securing a $25 billion settlement for California homeowners affected by the foreclosure crisis, showcasing her ability to hold powerful entities accountable. Kamala's approach to leadership was both pragmatic and visionary. She understood the need to build coalitions and find common ground while remaining steadfast in her principles. This balance allowed her to navigate the complexities of California's political landscape and deliver tangible results for its residents. Her tenure was not without controversy, as critics questioned her handling of certain cases and policies. Kamala faced these criticisms head-on, often engaging in open dialogue to address concerns. She believed in the importance of transparency and accountability, qualities that further endeared her to supporters who admired her authenticity. Kamala's time as Attorney General solidified her reputation as a leader who could navigate the intersection of law and public service. Her ability to advocate for justice while addressing practical realities set her apart, paving the way for her to make an even greater impact on a national scale. Chapter 4, Entering the Senate. In 2016, Kamala Harris was elected as the United States Senator for California, becoming only the second African American woman and the first South Asian American woman to serve in the Senate. Her election was a moment of pride for communities across the country, who saw in Kamala a reflection of their hopes and aspirations. As a senator, Kamala quickly established herself as a powerful voice on issues such as immigration, healthcare, and criminal justice reform. Her background as a prosecutor gave her a unique perspective, and she used her platform to advocate for policies that uplifted marginalized communities. Kamala's sharp questioning during Senate hearings earned her national attention, showcasing her intellect and determination. One of Kamala's defining moments in the Senate was her work on the DREAM Act, advocating for young undocumented immigrants. She often shared stories of dreamers who contributed to society despite living in fear of deportation. Kamala's passion for their cause resonated deeply with many, highlighting her commitment to creating a more inclusive America. During her time in the Senate, Kamala also became a leading voice on climate change, women's rights, and healthcare. She often spoke about the need for bold action to address these challenges, inspiring others to join her in the fight for a more equitable future. Her speeches were a blend of pragmatism and hope, reflecting her belief in the power of collective action. Kamala's tenure in the Senate was marked by her ability to challenge the status quo while building coalitions to achieve meaningful change. She proved that leadership was not about personal ambition but about serving the people and addressing their most pressing needs. Chapter 5, The Campaign Trail. Kamala Harris announced her candidacy for president in January 2019, with the slogan "For the People." Her campaign emphasized justice, equality, and opportunity, reflecting the values that had defined her career. Kamala's candidacy was historic, and her presence on the debate stage inspired countless individuals, particularly women and people of color, who saw themselves in her journey. The campaign trail was grueling, filled with challenges and moments of triumph. Kamala's ability to connect with voters on a personal level set her apart, as she shared stories of her mother's resilience and her own experiences breaking barriers. Her speeches often focused on the importance of unity, reminding Americans that they were stronger together. Kamala's candidacy faced significant hurdles, including intense scrutiny and the realities of a crowded primary field. Despite these challenges, she remained committed to her vision for a better future. Her campaign emphasized bold policies on healthcare, climate change, and criminal justice reform, resonating with many voters. Although Kamala ended her presidential campaign in December 2019, her impact on the race was undeniable. She had sparked important conversations and brought new perspectives to the national stage. Her resilience and determination to fight for her vision of justice inspired millions, proving that even in defeat, progress could be made. Kamala's journey on the campaign trail was a testament to her ability to navigate adversity with grace and strength. It was clear that her story was far from over, as she continued to break barriers and pave the way for future generations. Chapter 6: Becoming Vice President. When Joe Biden selected Kamala Harris as his running mate in the 2020 presidential election, the announcement made history. Kamala became the first woman, the first African American, and the first South Asian American to run on a major party's presidential ticket. Her selection symbolized progress and inclusivity, sparking hope among millions who had long awaited representation at the highest levels of government. Kamala's presence on the campaign trail energized the Democratic base. Her fiery debates, compassionate town halls, and unshakable dedication to justice resonated with voters. She brought a wealth of experience to the ticket and proved to be an invaluable partner to Biden. Kamala often reminded Americans of their shared values, saying, "America's story is the story of struggle, resilience, and progress." The campaign faced numerous challenges, including a deeply polarized electorate and the unprecedented hurdles posed by the COVID-19 pandemic. Kamala embraced these obstacles as opportunities to show leadership. She often addressed the importance of science, equity, and healing in her speeches, connecting with Americans who were yearning for stability and hope. On November 7, 2020, the Biden-Harris ticket was declared the winner of the presidential election. Kamala's victory was a moment of immense pride for many communities, particularly women and people of color, who saw her success as a reflection of their own potential. The sight of Kamala in a white pantsuit during her victory speech became an enduring image of progress. Her speech that evening emphasized gratitude and unity. Kamala said, "While I may be the first woman in this office, I won't be the last. Because every little girl watching tonight sees that this is a country of possibilities." Her words inspired countless individuals, proving that barriers are meant to be broken, and dreams are worth pursuing. Chapter 7: Leading Through Challenges. As Vice President, Kamala Harris stepped into her role with determination and purpose. She tackled pressing issues such as the COVID-19 pandemic, racial inequality, and climate change. Working alongside President Biden, Kamala focused on initiatives to rebuild the economy and restore America's global leadership. Her efforts demonstrated her ability to lead with empathy and action. Kamala's leadership extended to addressing the root causes of migration in Central America. She traveled to the region to engage directly with leaders, emphasizing the need for collaboration to address poverty, violence, and corruption. While her efforts faced criticism and political resistance, Kamala remained committed to creating solutions that uplifted communities both at home and abroad. One of Kamala's defining moments came during a Senate tie-breaking vote on a historic infrastructure bill. Her decisive role in passing legislation highlighted the significance of her position and her ability to shape the nation's future. Kamala often reflected on these moments as reminders of the responsibility she carried to make a difference. Her visibility as vice president brought both admiration and scrutiny. Kamala's every action was closely watched, and she faced challenges unique to her historic role. Yet, she leaned on her resilience, reminding herself that the fight for justice and progress was never easy. She often said, "Change doesn't happen overnight, but every step forward matters." Kamala's leadership style blended pragmatism with bold vision. She worked tirelessly to advocate for policies that promoted equity, opportunity, and sustainability. Her ability to navigate complex challenges while staying true to her values made her an indispensable partner in the Biden administration. Chapter 8, The Presidential Transition. Kamala Harris's journey to the presidency began when Joe Biden announced he would not seek re-election in 2024. As his trusted vice president, Kamala became the Democratic Party's leading candidate. Her candidacy was met with excitement and skepticism, as she prepared to step into a role that would demand even greater responsibility. The campaign trail was both familiar and new to Kamala. She had the experience of running a national campaign, but this time, she stood at the forefront as the leader. Kamala's speeches emphasized her vision for a united and equitable America, drawing on her personal story to inspire voters. She often said, "This campaign is not about me, it's about us and the future we can build together." Her opponents sought to challenge her record and vision, but Kamala countered with her characteristic poise and determination. She highlighted her accomplishments as vice president and her lifelong commitment to justice, proving that her leadership was not just symbolic but substantive. Kamala's campaign faced the challenge of uniting a divided nation. She met with Americans from all walks of life, listening to their concerns and building a coalition that reflected the country's diversity. Her ability to connect on a personal level remained one of her greatest strengths, as she inspired hope and trust among voters. On Election Day, Kamala Harris made history once again by becoming the first woman and person of color elected President of the United States. Her victory was celebrated around the world as a moment of progress and possibility, proving that the American dream was alive and well. Chapter 9, The Presidency of Kamala Harris. As President, Kamala Harris faced a host of challenges, including economic recovery, climate change, and international relations. Her administration focused on bold initiatives to address these issues, guided by the principles of equity and sustainability. Kamala often said, "We cannot wait for tomorrow to do what's right today." Her leadership was marked by an emphasis on unity and collaboration. Kamala worked across party lines to pass comprehensive reforms on healthcare, education, and infrastructure. Her ability to bring people together, even in a polarized environment, demonstrated her commitment to serving all Americans. One of Kamala's most notable achievements was her focus on climate change. She prioritized transitioning to renewable energy, creating green jobs, and reducing carbon emissions. Her policies not only addressed the environmental crisis but also provided economic opportunities for communities across the country. Kamala's presidency also highlighted her dedication to social justice. She championed policies to reduce income inequality, reform the criminal justice system, and expand voting rights. Her efforts aimed to create a fairer society where everyone had the opportunity to succeed. While her presidency faced criticism and challenges, Kamala remained steadfast in her vision for a better future. She often reflected on her journey and the lessons she had learned along the way. Her ability to lead with compassion and determination became the hallmark of her time in office. Chapter 10, The Moral of the Story. Kamala Harris's life and leadership offer powerful lessons about resilience, representation, and the importance of unity. Her journey from Oakland to the White House was shaped by her determination to break barriers and uplift others. She proved that leadership is not about power but about service and creating opportunities for all. Kamala's story reminds us of the importance of perseverance in the face of adversity. She overcame countless challenges, from systemic racism to personal loss, using her experiences to inspire and empower others. Her resilience became a beacon for those striving to achieve their dreams. Representation matters, and Kamala's historic achievements highlight the significance of seeing diverse leaders in positions of power. She opened doors for future generations, proving that the highest offices are attainable for anyone, regardless of their background. Unity was a central theme of Kamala's leadership. She believed in the power of collaboration and dialogue to create meaningful change. Her ability to bring people together, even in times of division, demonstrated the strength of collective action. Kamala Harris's story is one of hope, determination, and progress. Her legacy serves as a reminder that, no matter the challenges, we all have the power to make a difference and shape a brighter future for generations to come.